and proceed, till until the end of the program, because this is like 3-month program. Hopefully all of you are able to follow well and go through everything easily, right? So what I can say is, for your understanding, we are here to ensure all of you are able to attend all patterns of question to prepare you to understand further of the exam format, right? So today we'll be entering another few more questions using the latest format. So I see all of you are excited to do that, right? So let's choose a few questions here to understand the patterns, right? So on last lesson, I think we have done like the objective questions, and also you have to understand over here. Okay, what you can see is like, let's go to the next few chapters, like from 4 chapters. Hopefully you all can do well, especially let's say we go to this one. Okay, yeah, let's see. If you go to this one, everyone look at it easily and check. This is what question? So in this type of question, I want you to attempt by reading it carefully, and it's actually how many marks? Altogether 7 marks question. Okay, most probably in bagian B, right? And this chapter very familiar, huh? Like base number, right? Number asas. So what you can do is, I need to be aware on what is the method to solve this, right? So have you gone through it before? Those who can do, well done. Write your answer and in the chat box. Okay, our first question on how to do this, right? Make sure that all of you can easily identify. Okay. Yes. Okay, those are in front of the screen. Please attempt this question and see how can you analyze it easily. If they say they ask you to solve the question that related to this, right? Yeah, so I want you to check it out over here. Is it easy or difficult or langsung tak tahu? Yeah. So that's the thing. So those just came in. Good. What is your answer? Okay, the first person give the answer. Hey, Singy, right? Yeah, you check as well. So make sure all of you can do easily, right? So who else can get the answer? So you have to warm up, or every day when I give you a question on the spot, attempt it and see whether can you get the answer easily or not. Some say it is difficult, some say it's easy. Okay, yeah. Okay, I saw another friend answer from Lok E, Sriya. Wait a moment, okay? Isaac as well can. Make sure y'all can do this question because you see, all together is about 6-7 marks. So this question, if you don't know at all the chapter, you lose this big portion. Compare the objective question, you see, so you have to know how to tackle. Yeah, then only you have more confidence to solve this problem, right? Okay, anyone still doing? So your friend managed to finish already until the Roman 2, and later we'll check the answer, right, to make sure all of you can do well. Okay. Okay. So done. Lawyer also done. Okay, and who else? Oh, Yicheng also done. Right. One more. Your friend say enough. So you see, one question itself, you take about 5 to 8 minutes to solve. Some of you very fast. Okay, so you see, this question, in order to solve it easily, without any problem, question Roman 1, which participants place first, second, and third? So this is something the marks. The thing is, all different bases, you have to change to same base, which is base 10. Easier to do what? To see the difference between each of them. So are you need, if you change the base 10, 3 times 4 power 2 plus 3 times 4 power 1 plus 0, right? Is it right? Times 4 power 0. So this is something those who do not know. So for 16 times 3 and then plus 12. Okay, this is something like 60 base 10. Then you try the next person, right? Okay, Simi also done. You can see 2200 base 3, because all different bases, you change to base 10. So if you go fast, this is base 3. 3 power 0, 3 power 1, 3 power 2, 3 power 3. Okay, yeah. So the other 0 don't need lah. Right? So 3 power 3 times 2 plus 2 times 3 square 9, everything 72 base 10. So same thing, 220 base 6, you change to base 10 times 6 power of 2 plus 2 times 6 power 1, the 0 I don't even care. So plus 12, you get 84 base 10. Then after that, 72 base 9, of course, 7 times 9 power 1 plus 2 times 9 power 0. So 63 plus 2, so 65 base 10. And the next one is 163 base 7. Asas 7 tukar kepada asas 10. Each of them multiplies 7 power of 2, and then 7 power 1, 7 power 0, right? So it's 49 plus 63 plus 3, so you get 115 base 10. So your answer, you have to know. Yeah, very good, Arfield. So the first one, the first place is this one. The second place will be this, and the third place will be this. So what you can do is you have to place participant. The first, rewrite your answer. 3 marks will be Zubaida. Then the second in the quiz will be who? Will be Ashraf. And the third one will be who? Will be Romano. Okay, that's the answer. Zubaida is 94, me? Hold on. Is it? Oh. Yeah, correct. 94, correct. Double check. Okay, 94, Okay, so all of you got it correct for this? Good. So well done. You all can see the answer easily, right? Thank you. Calculate the average mark for participants. Give your answer in base 5. Okay, that means all your average is like you plus all the base 10 number. To standardize, you have to add the same base number, right? Then only you see divided by 5, you'll get base 10 first. 60 plus 72 plus 84 plus 65 plus 34 divided by 5 is 75 base 10. You change to base 5, then you have to know divide by 5. If you divide by 5, you must know 75 divided by 5 directly can get 15 without remainder. Divide by 5, 3 without remainder. Divide by 5 cannot, then you put 0, but still got 3 here. Then you read from bottom to top. This is the answer, 300 base 5. And the last one, calculate the range. Talk about the range is like you take the highest. Remember the range formula is what? The highest number or highest data minus the smallest data. Untuk cari julat, kamu kena guna markah tertinggi tolak markah terendah. Okay, so highest is 94 minus the smallest is 60, right? Okay, but both of them are base 10. So when you minus, you get 30 for base 10. You have to convert to base 3. Then everything divided by 3, 11, 3, 33, remainder 1. Okay, 339, remainder 2. Divided by 3, 133, remainder 0. Divided by 3, 0, cannot already, then remainder 1. So it's 1021 base 3. So you see, this type of question is super easy. And you get the marks and you feel like, oh my God, this is the only question you can get correct, something like that, the feeling, okay? So the next question I want to ask you, if let's say the question tests you something like, they want to test you long question. So I want you to solve this one, very important. You have to know. Another question I choose will be this chapter on penaklukan logic. Okay, the logical reasoning. Are you ready? Finish copying, yeah? Okay, now you have to see the next question. Over here, I paste this selected question for you to know. SPM. How easy is this? And how difficult it is? Oh, and okay or not, going to school sooner or later, right? Oh, as I heard, going to school is so happy. Your friend say, my last week exam got logical reasoning. Oh, then do you know how to do? If cannot today, I'll do revision with you. So the exam assessments, right, in school, in your other places, is actually just to assess whether you understand that or not. The most important thing is your final exam. The final exam next year is not anymore like for you to practice. No. It's to show what? To show everything, something like they say, yeah, to what is that, show hand, yeah, show hand, that's the idea of it. Yeah, so that's right, we see how we can do easily without any problem. So everyone must really participate in doing question, as I mentioned, to ensure all of you to really do well. You have to attend the class and do it on the spot, right? Then only you will be able to see the result. Okay, very good. Log E, Sing E as well. You see, all your friends are so, very participative to really do it and type it out. Yeah, at least I can see all your answer here. Yi Cheng as well. Okay, they send answer to me so that I can check for them. Yeah, So maybe you need to know how difficult or how easy. It's a long question, so all of you must really attend to all the questions. One more minute. Okay, let's discuss the answer. And I saw your friend, okay, Subhashini, are you, right? Shreya, Yicheng, Jalila, right? Jala, right? Yicheng, Block Yi, Sing Yi. Okay, only these two students get the answer. Well, good and well done. Right, so let's see. The question here altogether, you know, it takes about 6 marks. So how to score it in your exam? I need to ask you, they ask you whether it's a statement or not a statement, right? So it's a statement, yes or no, it's like statement. Remember, you must have a sentence with the answer or solution, which may be true or may be false, also consider statement. And statement is not a question. Statement is not an instruction. Statement is not like something like when you like without a complete sentence, like just like hanging halfway. Okay, like no equals to something, or there's no any, like for example equation, there's no complete, you know, on the right hand side there's no value at all. So you have to know about all these things. So yeah, 30 is a prime number. Okay, yes, it's a statement. Don't care it's true or false, right? It's still a statement, right? A statement, pernyataan. So they ask you to write a contrapositive and whether is it true or false. And you must know contrapositive, as I mentioned, you have to know how to make it contrapositive. This is something very important that you should know this very well. To do a quick revision, what do you understand about? We got converse, contrapositive, inverse, and also, okay, what is that? And all these things you have to be very alert, right? Because if they use a conditional statement, for example, just to recap back for those who forgotten, conditional statement. Okay, conditional statement. They say if P, then Q, right? So somehow they can write this way, if P, then Q, right? Then Q. Ini pernyataan. Okay. Oh, Isaac, I can tell you, just like I mentioned, it's a statement. Why? Because statement is a sentence that consists an answer, whether it's true or false, we don't care. Yeah, so 30 is also not a prime number, I know, but then you need to know they didn't ask you true or false, right? It is a false statement. It's still a statement. Understand? It's still a statement. Because statement can be true, can be false. So if I say 30 is ayat tergantung, right? Then it's not a statement. 30 is a prime number. It's a statement. It becomes a full sentence with a solution, with the answer. So you have to know about that, right? Understand? Oh, very good. My phone also done. So before that, you have to know what is converse. Converse is like if Q, then P, which is terbalik the conditional statement, right? Let's say if I say inverse, songsangan, inverse, songsang. Okay, inverse, songsang. What you can see if, let's say I want to ask you, songsang means you have to know if not P, then not Q. Jika bukan P, maka bukan Q. Inilah panggil songsang. Okay. Then contrapositive in DM also. Contrapositive is actually the value of inverse. If not Q, then not P. So this is something you must observe, whereby this coming year SPM will have this one, converse, inverse, contrapositive. Okay, soalan popular ini akan keluar tahun depan. Okay, so that means I have to take note on this, whereby I can say this is the first part, marker is the second part, right? So if I want to write contrapositive, your answer will be if P is not an even number, then P is not divisible. You add the word not exactly by 2. So for those who use BM, jika P bukan nombor genap, maka P tidak boleh dibagi tepat dengan 2. You see that? English cannot be divided. No, it's not very weird. It's not, cannot be divided lah. So you just need to know the negative word there. Cannot be divided. So is it true or false? Is it true or false? Everyone? Answer is, what is the conditional and converse in Malay? Okay, so in Malay, converse is akas. Inverse is songsangan. Contrapositive is still contrapositive. So conditional statement. Pernyataan apa? Pernyataan apa, anyone? The Malay call already conditional bersyarat. Pernyataan bersyarat, I think. Yeah, you all learn this or not? Bersyarat. Have to translate on, you know, all of this, but you all have to know how it is, right? So, Hannah, questions. This one is true. Why true? If not even number, how can you be divided by 2? If you can tell which one is an even number, then which one is not even number but can divide? Can we? 2, 4, 6, 8, all can be divided. So it's true, man. Because P is not even number, confirm cannot be divided by 2. You check. So you have to know the logic behind it. So question C. All positive integers are greater than 0. 7 is positive integer. And your answer, what do you think? It will be 7 is greater than 0. You see, or, and then they add on a 7. So your conclusion must be 7. You see which one is positive? So greater than 0 is a thing that is not given. Means positive integer, right? So you don't go and repeat again positive integer in the conclusion. You have to write the other part of the sentence, which is not inside the conclusion, not inside the premise 2, greater than 0. So they give you a spatial example, which is 7, right? 7 is greater than 0. For those who use BM, 7 adalah lebih besar daripada kosong. 7 adalah lebih besar daripada kosong. You just write in BM. Okay, so your friend said, can I say odd number instead of not an even? Oh, cannot. So there are some students, they try to, to write the opposite word of question B, because not an even confirm odd, man, because it's logic, man. So in this chapter, when you talk about negation, penafian means you have to add a word not equal, not the same, cannot, okay, and then also bukan in BM, tidak sama. So you have to show the keyword bukan, tidak, not, cannot, this is the thing they want to observe from the marking scheme. Although you convert to odd number because even opposite is odd, man. So they don't accept that. They want to see your word not. That's called negation. Okay, so this is good question because some students will thought that I want to write. It's awkward and logic also, ma. I write the opposite, but yeah, the key thing is this one. They want to see this not. Okay. So question donkey, you have to construct a deductive inference, kesimpulan deductive for the regular pentagon. So in this question, you can see they say pentagon means n equals to 5. So the exterior angle, you have to show the working like this, will be 360. You just need to give an example by what they want is pentagon, and you just show the working and the value. That's it. This is called deduction. Another one is induction. Remember, induction will be the one that you have to create a general formula to explain, right? So they ask you to do that. Okay. And then this question, what else is like you got deduction, Roman 1, and still got one question, right? I think got missed out. I didn't finish it, is it? Hold on. This question still got part. The question still got, okay, not because not only 7 marks, it's actually 10 mark question. So can I continue? Soalan ini bukan saja 6 markah kan? Sebenarnya 9 markah. Lagi 3 markah di sini. So this type of question, if came, of course, will come out, just that you have to know whether it's bagian B or bagian C, right? Another 3 marks, so it will be quite long. So normally bagian B, because this chapter easy, they try to give you longer marks, but they're not so big, big portion. Okay, question E is the continued question. Teacher, why not and why and because of this pentagon, they give you pentagon means 5 sides. Hexagon 6 sides. Heptagon 7 sides. Octagon 8 sides. Quadrilateral 4 sides. Masih ingat tak? Octagon, nonagon, decagon, right? Sisi segitiga, sisi 4. Pentagon, hexagon. So you have to know why is n is 6 or why n is 5. They'll give you one. They'll tell you, okay, find this, value for this object. They'll tell you what object, what polygon. Then you have to know, substitute n equals to what. N is number of sides. Correct? Not? Understand? Right? Good. And a question. Okay, this one I also have to do. See whether can you solve or not. Okay, I saw the answer from, oh no, if I ask, can I refer back to 12C? Oh, I see, hold on. 12C, 7 is greater than 0. 7 adalah lebih besar daripada 0. Okay, so this is the answer, right? Oh, wow, very good, Lok Yi. Good answer. You think also. So, Isaac also. Okay, no worry. Is it correct or not? Let me check it out. Okay, so this is something of you have to take note how to write the answer easily, right? One more minute. So that means all of you can do or not? Okay, so you see your friend, can get it done. Oh, very good, Jenna. So got two questions here. Okay, make a general conclusion. Means it's like you have to use n as the variable that you can change when n is 1, when n is 2, you see. So you see you have one triangle, one. Oh, got G also, circle. Okay, got two things. So 1G, this is 2G, this is 3G. This one 0, N, 1N, 2N, correct or not? So the pattern is like, you need to know the question already very obvious telling you. So I want to see whether do you know how to do or not. Don't say that, don't know. You must know. If you don't know, later very sad, super sad. So it will be, the pattern is it must relate to G and N? Because you have to write a general equation, Yeah, so G and N. G is normally this type of question, I think a lot of people don't know how to do because they didn't never write before the equation, right? Because this type of situation, you have to see three pattern of sequence. Okay, mewakili corak betul. All this, they want you to write a conclusion. So if you see carefully, it's like 1 equals to 0 plus 1. Oh, 2 equals to, what do you think? 1 plus 1. 3 equals to 2 plus 1. So this is something like you can see the pattern of the triangular to relate them. And this is the circle. So that means the pattern, if you continue to write, it will be G equals to M plus 1. Normally, we only involve one alphabet variable M. But this time they give you two. So this is very interesting question that, people never thought that you must write this way. And N you must write 0, 1, 2, 3. You see? The N is this one. This whole thing is N. Okay? So you have to know how to do it. And then Roman 2, sketch the fourth pattern. The fourth pattern will be 4 triangles. and then 3 circle. That's it. Okay, so these are questions also you have to take note. Next question, I think you have to do this very well because we go to remember this chapter related to shade the region above and bottom, all these things. Hold on, yeah. Oh, this one. I always see students, they start here. 15 marks question can be something like this. Are you ready? I think I screenshot first. But again, see, we go to this chapter, a lot of people also feel difficult one. Remember the speed, distance, and also, time. So you have to be very careful how to write it easily. It's a long question, 15 marks question now. So in exam, how do you answer this very good question that students still feel difficult? Wow. Yeah, try to see carefully. Ew, so big. So hold on, Okay. Ayo, why so big? Y'all just look at this first. You need to, what is it called? Complete. I think this one too jam already. Yeah. Can you do, class? The table will be here. Hold on. Okay, I put in one page easier for you all to see. So lengkapkan jadual 2 is this one. All of you can see clearly. Okay, I saw the answer from Jella, Sweat E, Yi Ching. Okay, long question are you as well, Lok Yi, Sriya. Okay. So you see all this type of question, you have to be very careful. So 15 marks question, how are you going to solve? You have to be careful over here. Done? Managed to do all the question? Okay, so managed to do all the questions successfully. Some of you, when you see how to do this question, it's like easy or difficult, right? You have to be very careful because this is long question. A lot of people, they stop and they give up because they don't like to draw and so on, right? Okay, so you have to know how to tackle this type of situation in order to ensure that all of you, got no issue at all. Okay, let's discuss the answer, right? Wow, very good to find every SD. Okay, yeah, what is the to compare performance? Okay, so, okay, yeah, good. So 50 marks question, how to solve this? Okay, first thing, complete the table. You get the answer because they ask you to put it into the, you see, lane 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go. You have to just put it in. This one is just a bonus mark because they give you the time, and then your job is to make sure that you got it correct. So the goal will be the lane 7 because you see the time recorded is the fastest is 22. So this is a bonus mark question followed by the lane 4 and lane 3. Okay, so the lane 4 is 25, the lane 3 is 28. These are the first 3 person that reach the final. Okay, so this is just a bonus mark question. 3 mark is really bonus. If you understand the question, then it's no problem, right? Okay, question B1. While in race had leg cramps, state the distance of Jenny from the finishing line when she stopped running. Okay, state the distance. So of the Jenny is OAB, OAB. You see, this is distance, and this line means he is resting. Oh, means what? He actually has cramp. So the thing is, when she stopped running, is also here, stop here. So they want to know the distance. So until how long? 140. So answer here is they want you to state 140 meter only. Is it? Or 60? You have to check carefully how, right? OAB, Jenny. Okay. From the finishing line, when a lot of people they didn't read carefully. From the finishing line is here. Finishing line is here. The finishing line. This is finishing line. So please don't be so excited and you give the answer. Okay, it's actually 60. 60. Okay, 60 meter. And question B, Roman 2. Then Maria sleep. A lot of people got accident. Very sad. Then she continue run. So Maria is the ODEF. ODEF. You focus on ODEF now. Oh, sleep here, and then after that, continue. So state the time period before Maria continue to run. So the time period he rests, is it? Or what do you think before he runs? So this is something that also you have to check carefully. Is it 18? Yeah, so that means in seconds, so 36 minus 18, so 18 seconds, you should rest before you continue. Then calculate the average speed of Rafida. Look at Rafida. Now Rafida is OC. Oh, this person so-called focus, no accident. Oh, for 200 meter, average speed for Roman 3, average speed. Formula total distance over total time. Jumlah jarak bagi jumlah masa. So total distance 200 meter. Total time she only took 32 seconds. So the question is meter per second. So you take your calculator, is 6.25, right? Double check the answer. Correct. Well done. Okay, yeah, so far you got about 8 marks already. Wow. So now question C. The thing is the question continue recorded 5 sessions of school athlete. Wow. So now by using appropriate measure of dispersion, so they combine statistics together. So you have to take in consideration not just one chapter cover the whole 15 marks for the session C. You can combine 2 chapters to ask you. So this is another chapter is measure dispersion that you learn in Form 5. So you learn variance, you learn standardization. Your friend asks what is the purpose of doing that. Okay, basically variance is like to tell you, both of them are quite similar thing. Variance and standardization versus square root. So it's to tell you how far it distribute from the mean, the average, how much it is divert to the no, to the left, to the right. So you have to know this is something like you learn about when you collect data, the mean. So Rafida is the most, wow, really? Yes, of course, or whatever, right? So the thing is, you have to know whether you can use which one to solve is like, yeah, they ask you to use measure dispersion means you have to do step by step to calculate for this question. Okay, because they ask you to determine more consistent. So this question you have to know 7 marks. Of course, you have to show a lot because they didn't say which one to use. So you just calculate the standard deviation and then variance, yeah, and mean as well because you need to find mean, right? So last, for question C, I want you all to observe, do you actually calculate using the formula? Variance, what is the formula? Apakah formula untuk variance? Sigma x square over n minus sigma x over n holding square, right? So you have to know all these are x value. X1, XA lah, XB. Okay, variance of athlete A. So I start from athlete A. So you just need to, check carefully to find the variance and standard deviation. Okay, standard deviation SD is square of variance, so you don't need to worry about the formula. It's easy. So then only you talk about consistent the comment later. So you have to get the value first. Athlete A, do you know that everything you add up together? What is your answer? The variance is what? When you check the variance, athlete A, variance. What is the answer? You got check or not? Oh, variance. Use your calculator and check. Do you get the answer? Variance when you substitute is 2.33. You check, correct or not? Then standard deviation, you try to add up everything, everyone. You have to press, standard deviation. You have to square root it. What do you get? 1.53. Double check. And those who found your mean for athlete A, 22.256. You check with your calculator. This is athlete A, right? So very good, Julia. Then after I compare with athlete B, so again, athlete B, I want you to take your calculator, use the formula on top, sigma x square, means the x you must square first one by one, and then after that add up together. Okay, then divide by how many of them? 5, right? 5 practice, and minus the mean. So you have to find the mean first. Okay, athlete B, you get your mean. You know how to find mean or not? Sigma x over n. All these are formula you have to recall back. Okay, so press your calculator now. You add up all the numbers and then divide by 5. So you get 21.994 roughly lah, you round off. And then variance shows, press your calculator, add up 1 by 1, 21.03 square plus 22 square plus 20.3 square plus 23.22 square plus 23.42 square, then divide by 5, then minus the mean, 21.994 square. Your answer is what? 1.47. Oh. Then after that, find the standard deviation. You just completely do step by step and show all the value one by one, right? For athlete A and B. So this one 1.21, no? Correct or not? Round off. So you have to know that's the situation that students give up here. They don't know how to determine. 7 marks for what? This question, the following one is what? It's like another 1 mark here or 2 marks, right? So which one will have more consistent? You compare. Yeah, consistency, of course, you choose this one, the lower variance, and normally when you talk about consistency, you choose lower variance or lower standard deviation. Pilih yang lebih rendah punya. Sebab dia tak begitu jauh daripada mean. Because the higher the value of variance and in standard deviation, it means that is not consistent because your average is 21.994. You are quite far if compared to athlete A, compared to athlete B. You know, athlete A is far. You see 2.33 higher, right? Higher means it's like far from the mean. That means sometimes a bit fast, sometimes a bit slow. That's why you see, you check athlete A, 21.03, sometimes 24, wow, sometimes 21, not consistent. But athlete B, you see, 21, 22, 21, and 20, something like that. You see the pattern. So you use the value to determine one. Variance and standard deviation is to tell you how far it differs from the mean. Berapa beza atau jauh daripada mean. Itu masuk varian dan juga sisian piawai. Yeah, you can same answer, right? Which one? Where to see the answer for lane and time recorded? You mean the question A, B? The question one? The question A? Question C and question A different thing, lor. It's a long question, so you have to know. So you can say this one, athlete B, okay, is actually has, what is that called? More consistency, performance. That's it. They ask you to determine where he has lower variance and standard deviation compared to athlete A. Okay, so this is the answer for those who want to see how the question A and question C different, so be careful. So check properly. You got it, huh? So question C is actually the variance mean only. They ask you to use measure dispersion. Okay, so that's the situation here. Any questions so far? So far so good, So you have to do well because over here, a lot of things you have to make sure got no issue, then you can do well. Okay, if you got any problem, let me know. Because today we discussed long question, but I can see so that it's a bit longer to make sure you score 15, 15, 15, confirm your A is just in front. How to calculate variance? Formula is this sigma x squared over n minus sigma x over n whole thing square. The x is what? 21.03. You have to x square first. Each of them square, 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 then plus. They're only plus. That's called sigma x squared. Then divided by 5. Then this one is mean. Mean, then you take 21.03 plus 22 plus 20.3 plus 23.22 plus 23.42 divided by 5. Sigma x over n without the square and whole thing square. That will be the answer. You check. Okay, Isaac. Can? Can, Isaac. Just ask if you don't know. Just ask to try and see. Okay. Don't worry because you are here to ensure all of you can score, right, without any problem. Okay, so I think for you have to make sure that you got no issue for this question, then you can easily solve later on. Okay, so for today, I just want to stop until here. If you have any problem, then we'll discuss next lesson. Okay, so that all of you are aware about our bagian C also. So next we'll see how bagian B or bagian A for paper 2, then paper 1 again. So we'll rotate, okay, to make sure that all of you can do. So paper 2 session C, of course, longer, right? You have to be very careful. Okay, so I think I'll stop here. So any question? If no, then that's all for today. And thank you, class. See you later. And bye-bye. Take care, everyone. Okay. Bye. Welcome.